Welcome back, y'all. It's your boy Officer Smitty, and I'm back with another video. I just saw The Marvels, and if you can tell by my attitude, I'm just not very happy about what I have to talk about. The Marvels is a new film with heroes Captain Marvel, Monicarambeau, and msmarvel. Now, I bet y'all want to know something. Is this film good? Is it good? It depends what you define as good. I will say that The Marvels is better than Captain Marvel. Yes, I will tell you that. But hold on a second. But I had to shut my door. But I will also say that it's still not a good film. We have a lot to get into, so I ain't going to sugarcoat anything. This might be a very quick review. I don't really have a lot to say about this. This film was very. This is probably out of all of the Marvel films that I've seen, out of all of them, this is probably. I'm trying to decide which one I don't like more. I'm trying to decide if I don't like this film more, or if I don't like Ant-Man, the third Ant-Man film. This film is probably the most. No, I don't like this. I think Ant-Man is better. This film, because at least that film was trying. This film has to be the most generic film I have ever seen in my life. And your most average, everyday superhero film. Like, I couldn't even. For one, the movie feels like it's in a rush. It clearly looks like the movie clearly looks like it's been like there was a writer's strike, and like they was just, or like this movie, it seems like Marvel is just rushing because they gotta put another Marvel movie out, and like scenes and stuff is missing. Like the movie felt like it wanted to be over. Like it felt like it didn't want to. Like it just was like, oh well, we gotta get another Marvel movie out, and we gotta acknowledge that these three characters still exist. So let's just put it out. Yeah. So, and that's really it. Like, it don't really. This movie feels like, yeah. To me, it almost feels like this is almost like Black Adam, and it's crazy because the film has such high ratings, and I'm just sitting here like, what film are y'all watching? Like this, like it's mind-boggling to me. Like what? It's just Captain Marvel. I don't know what it is about her, but she's just not interesting. She's just not interesting. I get what people be saying when they say like, "Oh, Superman is not interesting." I actually like Superman. I think he's interesting. I just think people don't do him right, and maybe when people don't do Superman right, this is what's happening with Captain Marvel, because Captain Marvel is just. When people said Mary Jane is a Mary Sue in the freaking Spider-Man, the Marvel Spider-Man 2, that is such an understatement. Like, that is, like, ridiculous. We should be talking about how Captain Marvel is a Mary Sue. Like, it's just not interesting. She has no flaws. She's just, like, it's just nothing about her. She's just so, you're just your average, like, badass. Like, there's nothing interesting about her. Literally, I think the best part of this film, I don't know if this is really spoilers, but whatever. I have a spoiler section, but the best part about this film was, I'm gonna say, Kamala and the cats. The cat that you saw in the trailer, he actually plays an important moment in the film. I would say those were the two most important like things that I enjoyed in this film. Other than that, I don't really have anything else. especially coming from me, where I didn't like Captain Marvel. I didn't like the movie. Miss Marvel was the first episode was good. Then the movie, then the rest of the show just became. Monica, she was cool. She was alright. She was alright. She was alright in WandaVision. But in this, I could honestly care less. Like I like no character is interesting like at all. It just feels like the movie was like, okay, we gotta have our introduction. We gotta have the goofy moments. Then we gotta have the moments where we fight. Then we gotta have the moments where we get back together as a group and learn from our mistakes. Then we got to have another sad moment where we doubt ourselves. Then we got to have a moment where the boss comes in. Then we defeat the boss. Then someone sacrifices themselves. Then someone saves it. Like, it's like, it just felt like it was just hitting the beats and then that was it. And then the movie was over. Like, it felt so, it just felt so average. It was just so, it just wasn't good. Like, your typical superhero movie. And I don't know if this is just me. I don't know if this is just me. Maybe there's someone out there. Maybe I'm tripping. But did anyone else feel weird about Nick Fury? Like Nick Fury felt off. I'm trying to see. Maybe this version of Nick Fury is a Skrull. I'm thinking he's a Skrull because Nick Fury just felt off to me. And he felt like he really was, and he also felt very unnecessary. Like he didn't need to be there, like at all. Like I don't know what it is, but Nick Fury, like especially like after watching Secret Wars, and the way that trash show ended, like Nick Fury was kind of on edge, and he took the girl that he liked, the Skrull with him, and they went off in space. And then in this film, it just felt like he was a completely different character. Like Samuel L. Jackson was just playing someone different, or he just was in here just to get a paycheck. Like he just felt off. Like it was nothing. And for Miss Marvel, like she's cool. My issue is not with Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel herself is fine. She's fine. Her show as a whole, I just didn't like. But Miss Marvel herself as the character is fine. But in this film, excuse me, I do think she's the best part. But she does get very, very annoying. And she does get, and because like it's just hitting, this story is just somewhat hitting beats, she gets like very possessive at times where I'm just like, dude, you relax. Like relax. You have your we get our little 1 or 2 moments where she's like fangirling and going crazy, but after that, like we get it. Like stop it. We don't need you to go crazy. We don't need you to go crazy. And this is a nitpick, but why does it come? Like I know also knows like Kamala doesn't wear her mask in this film. I just thought I'd bring that up. Like why doesn't she wear her mask? Like what's up with that? What else? I don't even the villain. So if you know who Ronan, I know who Ronan the Accuser is. If you know who Ronan the Accuser is, he's a villain that fights the Guardians, and he also fought Thor in the comics as well. Like he's one. I would say he's like in between those villains. And in the MCU, he was another generic villain that Star-Lord went up against in Guardians of the Galaxy. So now picture that villain, but way worse, and they just switched the gender. And I'm gonna be like completely honest with you, because I had to ask my friend, I had to ask him. I like forget her name. Like I don't remember her, like who she is. Like I don't remember her name at all. Like I was literally watching the movie, and like every time they said her name, I forgot it. Like I don't remember her name. All I know is she's basically Ronan the Accuser, but a girl. Like she literally is not like there's nothing special about her. Like she's just she's just your average villain. She does what she needs to do. She does evil things. She's bad. Blah blah. She dies, and then that's it. Like there's like she dies, gets defeated, whatever, and then that's it. Like there's nothing. Like nothing is interesting about her. Nothing at all. I can't really. I do. Me trying to like come up with what to say about this movie was just hard because it's like I really have nothing to say. Like this movie, the fact that like me and I saw this movie with my mom. We decided, oh, let's go see the Marvels, man. It could be a cool little movie. Maybe it's alright. Maybe it's alright. I was wrong. My mom thought this movie was not good. I thought the movie was just, yeah, like Marvel. We gotta talk about it. Like, dude, we either either we need to find a way to get Miss Marvel interesting, not Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel interesting, or we're gonna have to just make Captain Marvel just make cameos and stuff because her by herself it's just not working. It's just not working. She's just not. I would rather watch Rey in the Star Wars movies than watch freaking Captain Marvel. Like it's just so bad. Her relationship with Monica, it's just I just don't I didn't feel anything. It was just like stuff was happening, and her back and forth with Kamala, like they was trying to build something like, oh, Kamala, this you can't be doing this, you gotta be a better like. I just didn't feel anything. It just felt like I was just going through the motions. It just really didn't feel like anything, and and in the movie if you watch the trailers you see that their powers cause them to switch, and because their powers cause them to switch, this causes Monica says something about the way the light, whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but they switch whenever they use their powers, even though that's not true because there's plenty of moments in the film where they use their powers and they don't switch. But this causes a problem in space. So, and Ronan the Accuser from Wish, she basically wants the other bracelet that she's looking for a bracelet. She finds one of them. The other one Kamala has that she was given in her show. She needs that to fix her where she's from. I forgot the planet. Like I don't even remember anything. Like I remembered I barely remember anything from this film. Like that's how like that like not like interested I was in. I'm gonna cut this short. I'm gonna just cut this short. Cause me trying to write this and come up with stuff, it's just a hassle. Don't waste your time. Wait for this to come out on Disney Plus. Just wait for it to come out on Disney Plus. Don't even go to the theater. Just don't go to the theater. It's not. The thing is, I don't even think the movie was bad. Okay. I don't think it was that bad. It just felt like it just didn't want to. It just really felt like they was rushing. They wanted to get this movie out just to have another Marvel movie, just to once again acknowledge that these characters still exist. And that's it. Like that's literally it. They just wanted this movie to be here, just to be here. Because the movie feels like scenes are missing, especially like in the beginning. Like it just feels like it's rushing to get to the points and then hit those points, and then it just ends. Like there's no build up to anything. There's no there's no build up to anything. It's just this do this to get to this, to get to that, to get to that, done. End credit scene, that's it. Movie over. Like it just has nothing. And once again, like Monica, she's okay. Miss Marvel, I think she's the best character in the film. She's the best character in the film, besides the cats. And I'll say her parents are pretty funny. I'll give her parents that. But Captain Marvel, I understand why Brie Larson wants to quit because she just can't connect to this character, and clearly the people writing her can't make her interesting. So why even bother? But it kind of baffles me because like we get on. It kind of baffles me because we we say movies like Doctor Strange are trash, but then we give movies like this a pass. Like, and it's just crazy. Like, it's just so crazy. We say we give hassle to movies like The Incredible Hulk, and then we don't get another Hulk movie for years. I know because of the license, but still. But then we get movies like this, and it's like, what we could this spot could have been a Hulk movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, this movie has no point to exist. Like, it has nothing. Like, it brings nothing. I learned nothing. I gained nothing from this movie. So I'm gonna just give you a rating. And then we'll just get straight into spoiler territories. This movie, if you can see, like, this movie was very draining. I really did not have a good time. I'm really, but it's really between like a 4 and a 5 for me. Like, I'm trying to decide between like a 4 and a 5. I'm probably going to give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. I it's just it's just too average. Like, it is literally, this is like almost like Black Adam, like just Black Adam. It just hits the beats. It tries to be funny. It just hits those, tries to hit those beats, try to be funny, and then that's it. And then it ends with a somewhat cool scene. With a well, the scene in Black Adam was cooler. The end credit scene in Black Adam was cooler, but actually no, I take that back because it led to nothing. So that end credit scene in Black Adam was not cool. So the Marvels and Black Adam are both equal to me. So yeah, a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. This do not waste your time. Wait for it to come out on Disney Plus, then watch it. Actually, I might actually tell you not to even watch it on Disney Plus. The only way I would tell you to watch this movie is if you are planning on watching all the Marvel movies of like this phase. Like, you're just planning on rewatching all the Marvel movies. That's the only way I would tell you to watch this. Reason why I would tell you to watch this. That's the only reason why I would probably go back and watch this. Because after that, I will probably never watch this movie again. Unless it like just randomly pops on TV. Or yeah, or someone asks me to watch it. And I have to make up a reason not to watch it. Because really there's nothing to this. Like, at all. Well, if you don't want to get somewhat spoiled, I mean, it's not really that many spoilers in here, but do what you will. If you don't want to get spoiled, please leave now. You know the drill. So if you're leaving, I will catch you on the next one. All right, you're still here. If you want to figure out what I'm about to spoil in this movie, please stay. But if you don't, leave. Get out. Go now. Don't stay. Go. I'm about to do spoilers in 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay. So like I was saying in just the regular review, the best part about this film is the cat. So in the film, the ship that Nick Fury is on, that is also where Monica works at. And they do like space activity, and they alarm, and they travel through space, and they discover stuff. They're basically like more highly advanced astronauts. And so the cat, remember the cat from, I don't remember the cat's name. The cat from Captain Marvel is in this one, and apparently is having kids, and the ship that all of the people are on and Nick Fury is on is about to get destroyed by Discount Ronan Accuser. And so when the cats are the cat had a bunch of baby cats. So in order to save the people, the cats eat people, and honestly, they eat people so they can just put the less number of cats on the ship, since they can't the escape pods can't hold that many people. So why not just put a bunch of baby cats, little cats in there? And when I tell you, that is the most hilarious and that was like probably the most funniest and best part of the film. I promise you, that's probably like the only reason why I would say go and watch the film. Like the only reason why. The only reason why. Like I would not tell you to go watch this film for anything else. Like there's like nothing else interesting. Um Another spoiler would basically be Monica Rambeau technically dies in the film in a way. Like she basically by the end of the movie, if you haven't guessed it, I basically spoiled it in the regular section, but basically the discount Ronan accuser dies. She sacrifices her, like she basically kills herself when trying to save her world. Backfires on her and she dies. We didn't need her. She was a 1-0 villain. And then Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel give Monica the power, their power, part of their power, so she can absorb it, and then she does it to try and close the breach in the universe. And I'm kind of wondering, like, how do these universe breaks work? Because in Loki, we have universe breaks in Loki. We have universe breaking in or multiversal breaking in Doctor Strange, and then we have multiversal / universe breaking in this. So, like, are there like different like playing fields? Like, how does this work if everyone is dealing with a problem that involves the multiverse getting broken up and destroyed? Like, I'm trying to figure out how this works. But whatever. So Monica ends up closing it, but she gets trapped on the other side. And some people think she's dead, but Captain Marvel and Ms. Marvel think she's alive. They think she's alive. So, yeah. And then there's no end credit scene, but there's a mid credit scene. Actually, no. Hold on. Before I get to that, there's something at the end of the film, somewhere at the end. It was where Miss Marvel meets Kate Bishop and she tries to pull a Nick Fury. It's not funny. She tries to pull a Nick Fury and she's recruiting Kate Bishop to make the Young Avengers. And I'm just like, and in the theater, I was confused because I'm like, what? She's recruiting who? She's recruiting Kate Bishop to make like a team. And and I'm like, okay. That's nice. Then I asked my friend, I was like, what type of what team is she creating? They said he says the Young Avengers. I'm just like, how are we going to create the Young Avengers? We don't have like we have none of the core Young Avengers, like none of them. Like we don't have the because I know the Maximoff the twin boys, the Maximoff twin boys from WandaVision and in the comics, they're in the Young Avengers. What you call it? Iron Lad is in there. Kid Loki is in there. Like it's a couple of key characters. American Chavez, I think, is in there. Like it's a couple of characters that we needed. American Chavez is in there. Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to recruit her. Let me think. I think that's about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's a couple of other characters that are in there, but I can't think of their names. But either way, they're missing a lot of core characters for the Young Avengers because I'm sitting here thinking, like, who are you going to put in the Young Avengers? Because the only characters they are going to possibly, because I don't think American Chavez is going to be in the Young Avengers because she's off training in with Wong and the rest of the sorcerers. So she's not even in the realm of Earth, I don't think. So the only characters that are going to be in this Young Avengers is Kate Bishop. I guess they mentioned Ant-Man's daughter, so I guess she would be in it, and I guess Yuri would be the other person that would be in it. So Miss Marvel, Yuri, Kate Bishop, and Scott Lang's daughter. So that's 4 people. So we have none of the other Young Avengers, or matter of fact, some of the we have none of the other ones. So how is this how is this the Young Avengers? How are we going to? We have none of the cool ones. Maybe they'll introduce the other ones later, or maybe they'll find a way to bring in the other people that are part of it. Unless maybe, I don't know, maybe Black Panther's son will be a part of the Young Avengers. I have no idea, but I don't see how they could do Young Avengers when you're missing like you're missing like half of the Young Avengers, like, and you don't even have. I don't know. It's just weird. Then the last thing will probably be at the end. We see Monica wakes up in a hospital bed, and then we see that her mother's alive, but we end up realizing she's not in that realm. She's not in her world, and she's in another world where her mother is like her, I presume. Excuse me. And we get a cameo from Beast from X-Men, and then he mentions Charles Xavier. We get an X-Men cameo, and honestly, I take back what I said. Beast, just seeing Beast, the moment with the cats, and some moments with Captain Marvel, not Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, are probably the best parts of this film. Like those are probably the best parts. Like I don't really have. Yeah, it was nice to see Beast, but he was a mid. First of all, he was a mid credit scene in a not so good movie. So honestly, I have nothing to say about Beast being in this movie. So it's kind of whatever. Yeah. As a whole, once again, don't go see this movie. Don't. Just don't even waste your time. Yeah, waste your time. If I could give my mom her money back, if I could give me and my mom her money back, I would, because that film was literally like not good, not good. I'm just saying not good, not good. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.